Well, I mean, I get called that a lot at work, so... Hey, it happens. Not to brag, but it happens. Once again, I gotta heal up, just in case we're gonna be going in for a tough fight in the next case we have to do. Let's finalize this. BAM! There you have it. Great work. What do you say I pour you a cup of coffee for your trouble? Alright, let's see what else we have. We have another raid case. Rina Shinomiya's Challenge. So that's the one that Rina sent me. But, the purple cases, of course, are actually the DLC cases, if I haven't mentioned that already. So it actually requires downloading the DLC to get access to these missions, to these cases here. But well, like I said, we'll take care of those later. Let's do this one. Terriermon's exclusive scoop. It's from a Terriermon at the Kurimi Detective Agency. I want Digimon to be better friends with humans. That's why I need a secret human scoop. 18,000 yen, 300 Cyber Sleuth points, a Master Disc, and a Master Guard. Alright, Terriermon's exclusive scoop. Let's do this one. Terriermon's exclusive scoop. Investigation start. Ah, and there's Terriermon. Ah, you must be the detective in charge. When the interdimensional wall broke down, I was sent from the digital world to this one. Right now, there are Digimon in this world that are afraid, don't know where they are, and think of humans as their enemies. I would rather not see humans as my enemy. I'd still like to think there is a way that humans and Digimon can coexist peacefully. But I didn't know what to do. So that's when I heard about you guys and how you have solved many problems for Digimon. It's like how we did with Lothmon, except we're talking to Terriermon this time. So I would like to examine you in detail. Please show me all the good that humanity has to offer. I suppose I've got no choice. Okay, examine me in detail? Let's just go with it. Okay. Really? Hooray! Thank you so much! David, sorry to interrupt, but... I know it's sudden, but there's another case I'd like you to take. It seems someone has run out on a bill at a restaurant in Shibuya. The restaurant staff is asking for help in tracking down the perpetrator. Yikes. It's been a while since we've had a case fit for a detective. Please handle this one as well. Ah, 2 cases at once, huh? Alright then, let's get on it. Ah, you're the detective, aren't you? Please, right this way. I sent in the request. I work in the cafe. Please, I need your help tracking down and arresting this criminal who ran out without paying. Earlier today at around 2 p.m., a diner took up and left without paying for their meal. I was here in the cafe with my husband. As usual, I was dealing with the customers and my husband was cooking. Then I think it was at about 5 minutes to 2, I went out the back door to go and phone my friend and I left my husband in charge of the cafe. While I was on the phone, I heard a voice cry from inside the cafe. It's a dine-and-dash! So I immediately hung up and went back into the cafe. But when I got inside, my husband wasn't there. He had ran out of the cafe after the criminal. Before I went out for the phone call, there had been more than 20 customers in the cafe. But when I heard the shouting came back in, 4 of the customers had gone. As I thought my husband had gone after the criminal, I entrusted the cafe to a regular I knew and went out looking for the missing customers. Wow! Were you able to find the 4 missing customers in such a short amount of time? Honestly, I just got lucky. The dine-and-dash occurred about 5 minutes after I went out the back to make the phone call. These customers must have left during that time. I'm good with faces. It's sort of a talent of mine. They even admit that they were all in the cafe. So I talked to each of them and listened to their stories, but I can't work out who it was. I'm sure one of them must be the criminal, but... So please, Go and ask each of them about this and catch the criminal. Surely the only one who is lying would be the criminal. The other three have no reason to lie. Well, that's obvious. Please investigate the crime. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so we got 4 people to talk to. I can't really see. Okay, so there's the waitress. How is it going? Do you know who the criminal is? Ah, so we have to talk to her after we try to figure out who the criminal is. I see. In that case, please go and collect information from those 4 people. Still, I really wonder where the heck my husband is. Seriously. Same goes for Terriermon, I think. Well, now I'm a bit confused. It's hard for me to follow. But whenever you don't understand something, you just need to hear it several times and make a note of it, I guess. We need to find the 2 people whose stories don't match. Okay, so let's start talking to these 4 people. I can't really... Ah, here she is. Nishio. There was another person named Yotsuya who left about the same time as I did. No one behind the till, so I didn't know where to leave my money, but she left it by the register, so I did too. Then I followed her out of the cafe. I also heard someone shout about the dine-and-dash, but I don't know who. It sounded like a man's voice. One man shouting once. Okay. So she says that she left the money at the counter. And she heard that it was a man's voice. But let's do all 4 of them just to really take note. Yotsuya. Okay, so Yotsuya was with Nishio. The dine-and-dash happened at 2 p.m. exactly, right? At that time, I had almost finished and had got up to go to the restroom. I returned and heard, "It's a dine-and-dash!" and there was commotion in the cafe. It had nothing to do with me, so I put my money down and left. Yeah, the shouting voice was definitely the waiter. Okay, so she says it wasn't her. So, Senpei. Nishio is not the criminal. She's a beautiful woman. I fell in love with her as soon as I first saw her, and I spent my entire lunch eating cheap, spicy curry and staring at her. But after someone shouted out, "It's a dine-and-dash!" Nishio left the cafe. The criminal obviously ran out of the cafe before the shout. I was the one who yelled out, "It's a dine-and-dash!" Ichihara. The cafe owner man who heard me went running after the criminal. I was curious about the dine-and-dasher, so after that I went straight up to the counter, placed the money there, and then left. I could only see the criminal from behind. It was a woman. I tried to run after her too, but I lost sight of both the waiter and the criminal. So, let's listen to... Well, maybe not listen, but let's read all 4 of the stories again. There was another person named Yotsuya who left about the same time as I did. No one behind the till, so I didn't know where to leave my money. But she left it by the register, so I did too. Then I followed her out of the cafe. I also heard someone shout about the dine-and-dash, but I don't know who. It sounded like a man's voice. One man shouting once. Okay, so she heard someone shout it. The dine-and-dash happened at 2 p.m. exactly, right? At that time I had almost finished and had got up to go to the restroom. I returned and heard, "It's a dine-and-dash!" and there was commotion in the cafe. It had nothing to do with me, so I put my money down and left. Yeah, the shouting voice was definitely the waiter. Okay, so she heard the "It's a dine-and-dash" as well. Then Nishio is not the criminal. She's a beautiful woman. I fell in love with her as soon as I first saw her, and I spent my entire lunch eating cheap spicy curry and staring at her. But after someone shouted out, "It's a dine-and-dash!" Nishio left the cafe. The criminal obviously ran out of the cafe before the shout. So he says that he heard it too. One more time at this fellow, Ichihara. I was the one who yelled out, "It's a dine-and-dash!" The cafe owner man who heard me went running after the criminal. I was curious about the dine-and-dasher, so after that I went straight up to the counter, placed the money there, and then left. I could only see the criminal from behind. It was a woman. I tried to run after her too, but I lost sight of both the waiter and the criminal. So, this person was basically Ichihara. Well, I'll take note of this. Nishio and Yotsuya, were with each other. And this guy says he saw Sanpei. He says he, was staring at Nishio the whole time. So that's what I kind of take note of. But I'm going to guess it was Ichihara is the criminal. So, just them hearing it, and he was the one who actually said it, that's a pretty big difference. I'm going to guess it is Ichihara. Yes, I do. Really? Please tell me who it is. The criminal is who? Okay. So I thought it wasn't Yotsuya. I thought it wasn't Sanpei, if I'm pronouncing that right. Neither was it Nishio. I'm going to guess it is Ichihara. Huh? Why me? I knew it! That's who I thought it was too, David! Really? What? I never did any such thing! If you think I'm the criminal, let's hear your explanation! Well, let's see. Out of the 4 customers, 2 of their stories most definitely didn't match. That's true. Isn't that right, David? That's right. Let's see. Huh. Okay, is Sanpai's love for Nishio real? Was the man who shouted the waiter or Ichihara? Was the waitress really on the phone? Let's see. I'll have to go with, who was the man who shouted the waiter or Ichihara? Yes! Well done! Just what I'd expect from you, David. Damn right. Among the 4 people, there is conflicting testimony. Who actually shouted, "It's a dine-and-dash"? Was it the waiter or Ichihara? In that case, you would know your husband's voice well, as you hear him all the time, right? I'm sorry, I just heard a loud voice cry out suddenly. I can't remember if it was my husband's or not. Oh, I see. In any case, isn't it strange that Ichihara said he was the one who shouted out, whereas Yotsuya claimed it was the waiter? So that must mean one of them is lying, which means one of them is probably the criminal, right? Wait, but then, why are you accusing me and not that Yotsuya woman? Well, that's... David, do you know? Let's see. Nishio and Sanpei's testimony must be correct. Nishio and Sanpei must be in love. No. No, Terriermon, don't let me stop you. Okay. So, I'll just go with probably the obvious one. That's, sticking right to the case. Nishio and Sanpei's testimony must be correct. Yes! That's right, David! You're really something. Why, thank you so very kindly, Terriermon. So basically, we should trust in Nishio and Sanpei's testimony, right? Yes, according to Nishio, there was only one shout, so it can't have been both Ichihara and the waiter. According to Sanpei, Nishio left the cafe right after the dine-and-dash happened, and Nishio and Yotsuya left the cafe at almost the same time. So essentially, there is no one who can back up Ichihara's story. Yotsuya's alibi is backed up by Nishio and Sanpei, and they're not the criminal, so we can believe them. That means Yotsuya can't be the criminal. The criminal said the opposite of what Yotsuya said. Yotsuya told us the waiter shouted, but the one who said he himself shouted out was... The criminal is Ichihara! BAM! Gotcha! Don't talk such nonsense! I was definitely the one who shouted out. I called out to the other customers in the shop to warn them about what this stupid jerk was doing. I already told you, I ran out after the criminal. Why are you blaming me? You should be thanking me. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I couldn't catch the criminal. The criminal is here. Is this the guy? You're the one who dine-and-dashed? Ah! Bingo! Admit it. You're cornered now, buddy. Stick 'em up. Ah, Mr. Policeman. This guy here is the one who ran out on the check. This young boy ran out on the check in your restaurant. Right then. He's coming down to the station with me. Case closed! Wow, David, you really are as good as they say. Damn right. But still, I can't thank you enough for that compliment. I'm flattered. Very flattered. But hey, can't be more prouder than that, now can I? Very good. Right, back to the office. I'm sure Kyoko will want to congratulate you on a job well done. Well, here's to that. Indeed. You there! Hold it for a second. You're the one who tracked this criminal down? Yes, I did. Wow, that's amazing. Quite the feat indeed. Thank you for your help in catching this dine-and-dasher. Of course. Or whatever. I'm done with this. Huh? Hehe, you're such a bunch of chumps. Huh? What is this? Great job working that out. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Don't you get it yet? Wow! How about now? I'm not a real cop. Ha! Oh, you should see your faces. You sneaky asshats! Oh, I'm gonna get both of you. We are members of the much talked about Shibuya Delight Gang. Members of Delight love the thrill of getting away with crimes again and again, and we're impossible to catch. Oh, really? Impossible? But that's... You mean you actually enjoy running out on checks at restaurants, doing bad stuff and deceiving everyone? Tip of the iceberg, idiot. Do you really think that'd be enough to satisfy us? You've embarrassed us, and you're gonna pay for that. We will have our revenge! First, I'm gonna spread a rumor around that you couldn't catch the guy who did the dine-and-dash. Best detective around? I don't think so. But such a roundabout kind of revenge won't be enough for us. Catch me if you can. If you can't, we're gonna keep doing bad stuff. Eh? Hey! They got away! Where do you think those guys are going? I heard something. A gang of thugs who always cause trouble around this neighborhood hang out at the Shibuya subway station. But don't even think about going after them. It's too dangerous. These guys are criminals. Those guys are criminals. So we should leave this to the police. Here's your fee. Please, don't be shy. You did a great job tracking down the criminal. Why, thank you so very kindly. Got medical spray DX times 3. And I do believe that happens if you get all the questions right that Terriermon asks you. Well, of course, if you believe that Ichihara was the criminal and answer the questions that Terriermon asked you correctly as well, which I did. So all of my stuff were correct. So that's what we get for getting all the stuff correct. I'm a little worried about what that guy said before, about revenge. I know what it is. Revenge is when someone does something bad to you, so you do something bad back to them in return, right? Exactly. Why would he say such a thing, though? It wasn't our fault he got arrested. It was his own fault for doing all those bad things. Indeed. Nothing good ever comes from getting back at someone. That's true, too. Anyway, sorry. Should we go after those guys? Of course we will. Okay, let's do it. We're off to the Shibuya subway station. Ah, the Shibuya digital shift. I wonder what these guys could be doing in here. Those guys are trying to use Digimon for evil purposes. They are probably abusing them all the time. We never use humans for anything. I never want to have that kind of relationship with a human. It's like Terriermon says. Pet Terriermon on the head. Let's go over there and show these guys. I do what I obviously do to calm people down. Probably one of the best ways to calm people down and cheer them up. Pet them on the head. Pet Terriermon on the head. And I just walk over to him. I'm not actually petting him. Raise your hand, dude. And I just give my very, very happy smile. But hey, it gets it done. Thanks, David. I've calmed down a bit now. Ain't that too cute? Of course it is. And of course I have to let out a giggle, because I can't help it. And I walk back. I wonder if those guys are in here. Let's go! Let's go! Alright, so we get a Digimon message this time. It's from Samudramon. Thanks for being around. It's not much, but I sent you something. Check it out. Will do. We'll check it out after we get done here. And of course... Alright. Let's go even deeper into this digital shift and see what these guys are up to. They're just jealous that I got all the questions right. But hey, they won't get away. They claim they're impossible to catch? Ha! I don't think so. And we're gonna catch them. So I'm gonna go down to the very end of this digital shift. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what these guys are up to. I don't think I'm even going the right way, am I? Rats. No, I think I'm going the right way. I don't know why I keep forgetting this kind of thing. I forgot, it goes even further. I forgot about that. Whoops. Not down here. It's already been a while since we last been down this digital shift. You can kind of forget sometimes. I'll admit. Okay, so this is the right way. I've been going the right way all along. Ah, there they are. You're surrounded! We've caught you. Well done, you managed to find us. Damn right. To be honest, you guys just came here to be defeated by us. But well done anyway. You guys use Digimon, don't you? Well, we happen to be hackers too. So let's go! We are the better Digimon masters, as you will see. Here, I brought this along with me. Use it to fight this guy. What? Ground Locomon! This is a Digimon I found around here recently. After we had a little chat or two with him, he became a nice, obedient little slave. You assholes! The pride of Delight has been insulted. Avenge me, little Digimon. Put the hurt on them! Alright, so we're taking on against a Ground Locomon. These two are really in for it. They are so in for it. And of course, Terriermon is our guest Digimon. But I think a Gift of Darkness will come close. Time to bring on the pain! You guys are in for it now, baby! Hey, both you guys! What do you guys have to say to that? Huh? Huh? Yeah, I didn't think so. 20,000 experience, 32,000 yen, and a Ground Locomon medal. Seems really good. Oh! Ground Locomon! Ah! Please don't kill me! What? But that doesn't make any sense! How could that Digimon be defeated so easily? By a mere single knockout punch! Ha ha! I made like Evander Holyfield and knocked you out! Ha 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 ha! Or maybe Mike Tyson. Well, both of them. Either one of them. Take it or leave it. Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield? Ha! Take it or leave it. What do you guys have to say to that? Never! I'll never forgive you! Digimon are not tools for you to use. We were flung into this world we don't know. Every day we struggle with terror and fear. Terrorirmon. There are Digimon being terrorized by humans. But there are also Digimon who believe there can be friendship between humans and Digimon. That ground Locomon probably thought that. Humans are... Terriermon, that's enough. Not all humans are like that. I'm your friend, Terriermon. I'm your friend, Terriermon. Ugh! David. It's okay. Not all of us are like that. That's true. You're not like that, David. Of course I'm not. You help any human who is in trouble, and even Digimon like me as well. We haven't spent much time together, but even so, I know. You are kind and warm-hearted, David. That's what everybody says about me in the game, too. But hey, that's me. Like David said, give yourself up to the police. Reflect on what you've done and set it right. Even people like you can turn things around, so I'm going to try to trust in you. Yes, I will leave immediately. Well, I guess this has turned out well then, wouldn't you say? Indeed it has. It is well. It kind of reminds me of that scene from the Digimon the movie when Willis is walking with Terriermon. Walking and talking with Terriermon. You know, that's what I kind of remember when I look at this. That's what I think of. Well, David, I think that about does it for my case. Huh? You know, the reason I picked you wasn't just because you are a capable detective. I wanted to make friends with humans, but I myself was afraid of them. So I asked you guys because you have a good reputation among Digimon. Humans like those guys and I will never understand each other. Some part of me will always be afraid and never want to be around them. But when I see you, I understand. Whether it's a Digimon or a human, you have a way of looking at someone and gaining their trust. So, I would like to be able to look people in the face and be honest, like you. I like to be able to make friends, without being afraid. More than that, I want to go out and tell the Digimon of the world that there are humans like you, that they don't need to be afraid. And finally, I would like to ask you something, David. What would that be? My hand may be small, but pinky promise? Promise me, however hard it may be, you will never give up. You will create friendships between Digimon and humans and do your very best. It's a promise. Pinky promise. Yeah! Well, anyway, it was really awesome how you dealt with that case, David. Aw, thank you so very kindly, Terriermon. Thanks. Okay, I'm off then. Take care. See you later. Investigation of Terriermon's exclusive scoop complete. Report back to the detective agency. And another Digiline message. Valkyriemon. What kind of music do you usually listen to? Next time, bring one you like. Will do. I'd love to sing together with you sometime. Oh, I've got just a song. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble's Voodoo Child Slave Return. Most definitely. That's my all-time favorite song. I mean, like I keep saying, you guys know how much I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. And Double Trouble. Of course. You guys know how much I love Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. BAM! Quite a bit of stuff we got here. 18,000 yen, 300 Cyber Sleuth points. Still, the famous Cyber Sleuth points that don't matter at this point. A Master Disc and a Master Guard. Really good stuff. Well, looks like things went just like the client hoped. You and Terriermon have both really grown up a lot, I feel like. Alright. So all we have left for the cases are, the DLC cases and the Reina Shinomiya's challenge. So those are going to involve some really difficult fights. So I want to go ahead and heal up really quick. Get that taken care of. Just 400 yen. And whew, what a series of cases we just took on. So once again, I'll go ahead and stop right here. Then maybe we'll probably just go ahead and go on to the digital world. Because we'll deal with those cases later.